Hello. Oh shit. No, no, no. Okay. Stop. All right. It's Sideways 8 again. It's been a while. I've been thinking of how to shorten my line of thoughts, and I've been thinking I've been doing it all wrong. So here's my restart. Recently, recently, Mike Pence was talking to a crowd, and someone said if Hillary gets elected, that there should be a revolution. Let's focus on that. First of all, let's talk about those who are thinking of revolution. Let's talk about tactics. Let's talk about strategy. The first goal in succeeding in any revolution is to be able to take control, to be able to replace the institutions and systems and people in power with your own, of your people, and with your own ideas and your own design. Keep that in mind. Now, the problem is many people think that revolution means shooting up some mailboxes and destroying some malls, and voila, you get change. No, 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 no. Revolutions can happen without violence. And in America, anytime someone tried to create a revolution through violence, has failed. Violence in America has failed to create social change. It has created pressure and scared the bejesus out of people in power, but the people who initiated it usually end up getting imprisoned or jailed. That was during the civil rights movement with blacks. There was a lot of peaceful movements, but there were a lot of armed movements as well. And what happened is the government cleaned them up and institute changes in order to prevent further violence, to placate the people. However, recently that has not been the case. Recently, every time there's been a case of violence, it's been an excuse to take more rights and more liberties from people. And it just gives the government a more bigger reason to lock down, to put us all on lockdown, so we all suffer. So, does that reach the end goal of a revolution where you're able to replace the institutions, ideas, and people in charge? Is violence the way if that's what it generates? No, it's not. What methods have been effective? Well, we could take a look at the social justice warriors and the political correctness crowd, and see what have they done. What they have done is they have used culture as a weapon. They have subverted the culture, and thus they are subverting the political system. Therefore, effective way of doing it is create a counterculture, a new one. Another strategy that has been successful is the corporations. The corporations have gotten so rich that they were able to buy out in mass, say, a lot of people in Congress and a lot of people in the political sphere. They control the media. They by money, sheer economic power. They've been able to control almost everything, or at least have a great amount of influence to get their way. So the second way is to find ways to make money and then pump it in the system to wrestle control from it. The third way is inspired by the group Scientology. Scientology was successful for a long time. That what has happened, I think it was Operation Snow White, turned out that they were able to infiltrate many branches of government all over many places, and were able to were able to use that influence to gain an advantage. They're able to shut down the people who were critics of them. So, if anyone wants to pursue revolution, they would have to go through the three ways that have been proven successful. Not through violence, because it doesn't work in America, but through culture, through finance, and through infiltration. Now the question is, what is it people want to implement? What is it the person, the wannabe revolutionary, wants to implement? Well, sometimes in order to figure out what you want to implement, you got to figure out what you're trying to avoid implementing. Well, we certainly think this current society has failed. It has failed in its goal to keeping power in check. Any revolutionary in America probably would not want a government that is present in North Korea. We do not want an oppressive government like that. So the question is, how do we create a society the opposite? Once again, sometimes to achieve what you want to achieve, you got to ask what you're not wanting to achieve and then analyze what creates that situation. So the idea we got to do is create not that situation and avoid the not that situation in North Korea and avoid the situation we got now. We're not going to repeat the mistakes again. So the ideal is something that is exact opposite of what we got now. Exact opposite of what we want to avoid. I will talk more about that in my next video.